A look back on another long week, but just another week in the longest 15 days of human history. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking either the left can't count or they don't know what it means to slow the spread. They did the same with climate change. According to them, New York City should have been underwater by 2015. But that didn't stop Obama from buying a $12 million home on Martha's Vineyard, a seafront property. You see, climate, just like COVID, doesn't affect liberals, their beach homes, or their private jets. It only affects people like you, who want to, drive your car to work or don't want blackouts in summer like in LA because, the solar can't supply the amount of power needed. But don't worry, it also does pretty much nothing for the environment. For some of us, though, it was a summer where we just stopped hating Mondays because we forgot which day Monday was. For others, it was sitting on a beach house in the Hamptons drinking Chardonnay at 9 a.m. before going on TV to complain about how hard it was to be stuck in a vacation home while not on vacation. And for the Democrats, it was a mix between fear-mongering and, whatever this was.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives, when you think about it, more lives this year than any other year for the past 100 years.
Well, damn, and I'm sitting here bitching about 15 days. Apparently it's been 100 years? And I will think about it, sir. I actually have been thinking about it a lot, and still really am not sure what the hell it is you're trying to say. But the Dems are fighters. Just look how Cuomo led the city up this very real death mountain that this moron actually thought made him look good. I'll think about that too, because I'm not sure exactly what is good about a mountain of death. In fact, can we go back to our slow the spread chart? There's something oddly familiar about it. Oh, it looks exactly like the bad section, the cases without preventative measures section of the graph. I guess that answers the question, though. The left doesn't know what it means to slow the spread. But the media sure seemed to think it was amazing. They even bought him a big swab because they took this whole thing very seriously. After the nursing homes had no more people left in them, Cuomo and his gang adults decided to top off our summer of the great indoors by still not letting us work, even though the death rates are in the single digits in cities like New York. And when we started to go out again because we couldn't handle it anymore, they started allowing our cities to be burned down so we had nowhere to go even if we were allowed. So join me as we go over how the left used a virus, riots, and division to push America for their political gain. So everyone, raise your beer to Marxism. Wow, Black Lives Matter really does suck. But I guess, as the left says, just cover your eyes, cover your ears, because they're running a dead person for president. You better also cover your virtue signaling holes. But we won't. This is the Great Divide. A large part of why you can't work or go out to eat right now is because there's a presidential campaign going on. And the Democrats realize more and more that their Trojan horse for Marxism, well, let's just say he ain't kicking Cornpop's ass around like he used to. When the media aren't hard at work trying to uncover if a 3-year-old actually built a Lego White House, they're busy trying like hell to make Joe Biden appear like he knows what he's doing. That's a pretty tough task for a man who can't even remember who his wife is.
By the way, this is my little sister Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh no, this is Val, you switched on me. This is my wife, this is my sister. They switched on me.
Biden is struggling. He's trying to prove that he's mentally with us and that he'll be a great
You know the thing.
President, that's right. So the Biden campaign realized that the American people don't really like it when the man who wants to run the country needs to have someone not only write very basic questions for him, but also give the damned answers that are literally just the stupid talking points that the man should be able to spit out in his sleep. How do we know this is happening? Well, besides it being completely obvious, the man asked someone to raise his damn teleprompter while trying to read his own answer.
I would like to know, what will your administration do to help them give them that chance? Thank you.
Move it up here. There used to be a basic bargain in this country. Workers shared in the wealth their work helped create.
That's almost worse than when he got a pre-recorded video question and he thought the person was on a Zoom or something and then started talking to the damn computer. That actually happened.
First question, Mr. Vice President, is from a voter in California. Let's listen to this.
Okay.
Hi, Vice President Biden. My name is Naveed.
Hi.
I am from San Mateo, California. and thank you so much for allowing me to participate in this town hall with you. I've been thinking about...
To be fair, that could happen to anyone. Fool me once, right?
Is what are you going to do to make the healthcare system more accessible to people of color?
You're an ICU nurse, aren't you? Is that what I was told? Well, the answer is I think she is. This pandemic is...
Then the world's greatest spokesperson ever, and world-renowned Michael Knowles' doppelganger, has no answer because he can't answer the question truthfully. But don't worry, Dems, it's all Trump's fault, or something. Maybe it's just the Russians, or the Russians too. I'm sure they had something to do with it.
Has Joe Biden ever used a teleprompter during local interviews or to answer Q&A with supporters?
Brett, we are not going to engage. This is straight from the Trump campaign.
But yeah, they're using it.
And what it does, Brett, is it's trying to distract the American people.
They're using it. They talk about it every day. Can you say yes or no?
That's because they talk about it every day, Brett, because they don't have a coherent
Well, you have an answer. Yes or no?
Brett, they talk about it every day because they don't have a coherent argument for why Donald Trump deserves re-election, deserves 4 more years. We know that he lied to the American people. We know that he has not shown leadership during this crisis, and they are desperate to throw anything they can against the wall to try to distract from that fact.
I understand, but you can't answer the question.
Brett, I am not going to allow the Trump campaign to funnel their questions through Fox News and get me to respond to that.
The guy literally has nothing to say. No one in the Biden camp does. They all know the man is falling apart. They all know that Kamala is really the one that will be running the country if these guys win. Biden's even in on it. That must be why it seems like he doesn't know what he's running for. Because he's actually running for BP, and we just think he's running for president. Isn't that right, Joe?
Harris-Biden administration is going to relaunch that effort and keep pushing further.
But the left, just like good Marxists, have a backup plan. If they lose, they'll just destroy what's left of the cities they've been destroying. Don't believe me? I hope you believe them. They're saying it in the open. If Biden doesn't win by a landslide, it'll likely spark violence. The whole article is saying that in a dog-whistling, good kind of way. Believe them when they tell you what they are going to do if you don't give them what they want. Now, years of one side consistently being told they are oppressed, that cops want to kill them all, that they're too stupid to work or have a 2-parent household, and even apparently too dumb to remember an ID to vote. And then the other side being told that they're racist even if they don't know it, that they have privilege that's inherently evil, and all black people are their victims. Now we have this, stupidity and division. I don't know if I should be happy that these Marxists realize that capitalism is how to become successful, or be worried that they are using capitalism and free speech to promote the destruction of capitalism and suppress speech, which is an idea almost as stupid as a corporation that sells $150 yoga pants to white suburban yuppies trying to go woke with an anti-capitalism workshop and classes to teach white people how racist they are for being white. And with being so anti-racist that everything is racist white people do except for walking around with their heads down all day trying to hide the evil of their white skin, it's becoming the new woke. Very stupid people are becoming rich off of a combination of fake guilt, and very, very stupid people buying that very, very, very stupid shit. The winner of today's Very Stupid Person Award is author Robin DiAngelo. Yeah, with this genius book here. It could be summarized with 3 things. All white people are racist. If you don't think you're racist, look at your skin. If your skin is white, refer to number 1. Genius. If you are a sane person watching this, you might be thinking, this is a fringe book written by a crazy person sitting in a corner rocking back and forth, pulling their hair out while muttering to themselves incoherently as they watch MSNBC. Although that is likely what Robin DiAngelo does in her free time, other crazy people are paying her a lot of money to share her insanity. As the Daily Wire reports, UConn reportedly paying white fragility author Robin DiAngelo $20,000 to train administration in anti-racism. So have you ever wondered what your kids come back from college stupid, angry, and lazy? You know where your money's going. The Daily Wire article goes on, saying that the University of Kentucky is paying $12,000, not counting travel expenses, housing accommodation, or meals, for a 2-hour racial justice keynote and breakout session. I don't know what I would do if I had to sit through that. According to the public records by the DCNF, it's discovered that DiAngelo also charges $320 per hour for phone calls. So people are actually paying this woman massive amounts of money to call them up and tell them how racist they are because of the color of their skin. Isn't that racist? What the hell is going on now with this new woke, where they're literally using racism as anti-racist? These people are literally insane. Some entrepreneurs, they found a way to cut costs and get straight to the point, though. This pretty much sums up everything that these idiots are doing. I pity the people that actually believe this bullshit. Now, how did we get here, you ask? Let's ask a Jedi Master.
But beware of the dark side. Anger, fear, aggression. The dark side of the Force obey. Easily they flow, quick to join you in a fight. If once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. Consume you it will.
For the leftists who say, we're the resistance, though. Shut the f*** up. You're the one who wants big government-controlled takeover of industries and think your rights are the government's. You're not the resistance. The left says that they are the party of tolerance. The only thing they tolerate, though, is the craziness of other leftists. We just want to be left alone. If you say that people are just trying to change the system so everything is equal, then tell me, what is one unequal law? One thing unequal in the legal system. What equality are you fighting for, and what inequality are you fighting against? If you're fighting against racism, everybody agrees with that. Just show us what is racist so we can fight with you. Don't burn the damn city down. Pretty simple. They're fighting for the iron-fisted government and Marxism to step in and give them free stuff and punish anyone they don't agree with. That is all they're doing. This in no way is about equality. This is only about controlling what everyone believes, likes, sees, and says. The only racist law on the books is affirmative action. They don't like that one. Why? Because it favors black people and is against white people. This new wokeism is like a virus that spreads through anything that touches Hollywood or entertainment. Then we actually have a real virus that's pretty much just spread through the airwaves of MSNBC and CNN, and a former VP that's clearly a dead person and a Trojan horse for Marxism running for president. And of course, everything's racist, and large groups of people are being told all day that they are victimized by the system and hunted by police. So, you think, how could 2020 get any worse? Income, Ted Wheeler, Lori Lightfoot, Jenny Durkin, and our favorite groundhog murdering communist, with their great ideas, such as not only to allow, but encourage rioters to destroy our cities. Brilliant, guys. It's pretty disgusting how politicians care more about an agenda to give them more power than the lives of their constituents. We have been saying this will happen for years, but never anticipated that it would get so bad so quick, or that the left would literally watch their own cities burn down and cheer about it. But don't worry, it's all being made up. Just ask Lemonhead and Fredo.
Democratic cities are in chaos right now. Is this what you want from Joe Biden? And they're going to take your country away, and they're taking down the statues. And
crime is rising as they defund police.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. And they get defunding police. It's like...
While the media did their best to try to say that riots that were burning down the cities were really just peaceful protests, we'll be fair, the city mayors did step in to try to stop the violence. Well, when it started affecting them, and they protected themselves. Of course, to allow the riots to continue. Ted Wheeler leaves his house in Portland once his home is vandalized, while leaving the people of Portland to fend for themselves. But remember, nothing is actually happening, according to CNN. Lori Lightfoot to increase police presence in front of her home, stating, "Given the threats to my home and my family, I'm going to do everything to make sure that they are protected. F*** you, Chicago." Jenny Durkin calls Chop Chat the summer of love. And of course, Communist de Blasio moves quickly to destroy New York City by letting criminals out of jail and putting homeless people in Upper West Side luxury hotels. That is not a joke. That is not the Babylon Bee. That is how stupid Conrad de Blasio actually is. Oh, and his plan to ensure that businesses that left during COVID don't come back.
Help me tax the wealthy. Help me redistribute wealth. Help me build affordable housing in white communities if you want desegregation.
Now, I have lived in New York City for almost 9 years now. I love this city and pay a lot to be able to enjoy it every day. It was the city of life and opportunity, the city where there was always something to do or see, and the only downside was if you could fit a queen bed inside your $2,500 apartment. Oh, and a rat might steal your slice. Not anymore. Comrade de Blasio turned the calm streets of the village from this into this. Soho from this into this. And the parts of Midtown that weren't destroyed into a ghost town. How did he do this? Yes, COVID of course had a part. But he did it by allowing riots, stripping authority of police to do really anything, allowing very nice neighborhoods to be destroyed, putting homeless people up in very nice neighborhoods, letting violent criminals out of jail, all while trying to raise taxes on the people who bring money into the city. Take my neighborhood, the Upper West Side, a once quiet neighborhood along Central Park. The moron mayor puts homeless people and criminals into hotels like the Belle Claire on Broadway and West 77th. For you people not living in New York, a 2-bedroom apartment in the area costs around $6,500 a month. But the good news is that while you are spending half your paycheck trying to live in a nice, safe area, the prison population is being reduced. Not because crime is going down. No, it's going up. Just because de Blasio is letting people go free. And that's a major milestone according to the man that should be doing 20 to life for groundhog murdering.
200 inmates from our jail system have been released. That action last night allowed us to hit a major milestone. And none of us expected this crisis, but one thing that has come out of it is that our jail population continues to decline.
The bad news, though, it's this.
As of this past weekend, New York's sex offender registry listed 18 men classified as sexually violent offenders living here. Amid the pandemic, it's one of at least 139 city hotels converted to shelters for social distancing.
Yep, that's right. Sex offenders and people with violent records. These people are being taken from the streets and their cells into upper-class, safe neighborhoods. Oh, and white neighborhoods. And these are the same people that are being told white people are evil and owe them. It's kind of not going over so well with Upper West Side parents who don't want homeless people and sex offenders staying across the street from them and watching their kids play in the park.
Parents are outraged to learn a makeshift shelter is housing sex offenders despite being built near a playground and school. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller shows us what's being done.
And so here's the issue for parents. This school and playground here at 77th and Amsterdam, this is located just 1 block away from that hotel at the corner at the next light. It's recently been converted to a homeless shelter, and online records say it's home to more than a dozen registered sex offenders.
This problem is real. I am living in the middle of it. The stupid rat that steals pizza could run the city better. At least we wouldn't have junkies ODing in bodegas and parks, mugging people, and literally spreading their shit on buildings. People walk the streets all night just yelling nonsense and doing nothing, lighting fireworks and disrupting our damn sleep. And by the way, 13 people's inviting campaign, including, wait for it, Kamala Harris, donated to support groups getting rioters out of jail. It's no wonder people are leaving cities. They cost a fortune to live in, they're totally mismanaged, and now they are unsafe. Bravo! Good job, leftists. Bravo! Take everything that's good and destroy it. As the left doesn't hold by their own standards, as they tell us all white people are racist, as they run our cities into the ground, as they run a dead person for president so they could pretend he's moderate because he's dead and can't remember what he is, and as they tell you that they will continue to burn the cities down if Trump wins. Remember, they're the party of unity and peace.